Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. For those who don't know me or who's new to my channel, my name's Annabelle. So in today's video we're actually going to be reviewing and trying out the new Fenty by Rihanna their setting powder and also the new concealer. So for those who don't know, Rihanna finally launched her setting powder and her new concealers, which I think is long overdue. Like, this should have been done time ago, but you know, it's better never, what do they say? It's better late than never, so I think that's what they say. So we're actually going to try it out and see. It actually came out on the 11th, today is the 12th, so it came out yesterday in the UK. So we're going to try it out and see how it will work on my skin. Okay, so as you can see already, I already got my base on. I've done my foundation, my eyeshadow and my eyelashes, and so we're just going to go straight into it. So let's start talking about the concealer. Well, I'm just gonna basically just read to you what it says on the website, what the concealer is meant to do, what you're meant to get out of the concealer, what kind of qualities that the concealer is meant to give to you. The concealer is full coverage core to living life to the fullest. Pro Filt'r, the closest thing to retouching your skin in reality. This creamy light as air soft matte concealer easily builds to full coverage, instantly brightening the under eyes, concealing blemishes and dark spots and reducing redness. Okay, so it's basically saying that this is a matte concealer. It's meant to give you full coverage, instantly brighten your under eye and conceal any blemishes and dark spots. Okay, it's stating quite a lot, so let's see if this actually lives up to what it's meant to do. Just so you know, she actually released 50 shades of these, and the shade that I got was 445. That is the shade that I got. I didn't actually go to the store to go and purchase these. I actually purchased it online. So I was just basically going off from the pictures and what I saw that might match my skin tone or how I like my concealer to appear. Personally, I like my concealer to be lighter than my skin tone so it can really brighten it up. So I chose 445 because I thought that will do the job. And I'm just going to give you a swatch on my hand. That's a swatch of 445. It's quite orange, or very orange for me. This is why I suggest you go to the store and not be like me and do it online. But you know, I'm sure we could try and make this work. So that is 445. Let's test this out on my face and see how that actually looks like. So we're about to test 445 and see. You know, it is right, it is very full coverage. Already I can see that it's hiding my dark spots. I got really dark, not dark spots, but like dark on my under eye. I forgot what it's called, like bags, because a girl don't sleep. It doesn't say anything about wetting your sponge or anything, so I'm just gonna literally just do it dry with a normal sponge. Let's see how that goes. It does dry quite fast, so you have to work really quickly. And do you know what? The shade is really not that bad. It does really brighten my under eye. And you know, it is very full coverage and creamy too. But hopefully not the creamy where it creases, but the creamy where it stays on and lasts the whole day. As I said, I do like my concealer to be really bright. I like my under eye to be nice and bright. So I'm going to apply just a little bit more. Oh, I did forget to say, so the concealer actually retails for £19, which I think is not too bad for a concealer, and I feel like the price is okay. Well, we will see if it's if it's worth the price. Because you can get other concealers for a bit cheap, for way more cheaper. For example, the LA Pro Girl, which is like what, £4, but you know, you pay for quality, right? Really does brighten, so I think that's good. I'm going to do a little bit of reverse contour too. Whatever's left over on my beauty sponge, I'm just going to bring that. Do you know what, it actually is really nice. Like, I actually really like it from my first impressions. Obviously I haven't worn it the whole day, I've only just put it on, but from what I can see right now, it really is a nice concealer. And it's meant to conceal anyway, like hide your blemishes, the dark spots, all of that. And when you first put it on, as soon as you put it on, that's what it does. It's such full coverage, which is really good. Like, look at that already. You can already see the coverage on that. You don't really need that much. If you want to be like me and build it up for like more brightness or whatever, go ahead, but you actually really don't need that much. It does go a long way. You do need to work fast though, because it does dry up really quickly. I really do like it. It is really nice. Like, just a little bit, just to get the extra, you know, shebang, which is good. Then once again, I'm gonna put it, what's ever left over on my beauty blender, I'm gonna just put it on my reverse contour. It's nice. Usually I don't really do the whole brightening for you, like the nose and all of that, but because we're reviewing it, I'm just gonna quickly do it so then you can get the full, like a full review. Usually on a normal day I don't do it, but for the purpose of this video, and just basically blend, blend, blend. As you can already see, it's already brightening up. Like, it's really good when it comes to that. It really does brighten up your skin. I was a bit skeptical at first because of how orange, or I don't know if it's orange or red it was, but all in all I think this is a really good MAC, especially for my skin because I'm dark and I want something to obviously brighten and make it look like I'm glowing. So 445, if you have a similar skin tone to me and you want that extra brightness or like glow, I would definitely say go for this shade. So I'm just using a brush just to basically blend everything in. Going back with my beauty blender to make sure everything is nice. So I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but I don't know if the camera catches it, but definitely in like real life setting, when I'm looking in the mirror, I can see that my face already looks brightened up by the concealer. It is really good. Like, I can already see the coverage that is giving me. And the packaging too, you know, is super cute. Let me see if you can see that. Super cute, the packaging, and consistent with the powder too. You only do get 8mm, which is I don't know if it's a lot. This is the NARS one, and then this is the Fenty one. You can already see it's probably more because the Fenty is a bit wider. But yeah, for £19, and I think the NARS is about £22. So you do get what you're like, is worth it. I would say for £19, yeah, is worth it for what you get. The fact that it gives you full coverage, it's creamy, I don't know if it lasts long. I haven't tested the durability of it yet, but this is just from like first impressions I can see. So let's move on to the setting powder. The setting powder was £24. £24 for setting powder. Well, you do get quite a lot, you know. This is what it looks like when you first open it up. Very cute. Oh, you can see the camera and everything. It's very reflective. But this is what it first looks like. It's really nice and cute. And also the actual lid of the thing, it comes separate. So let's get into the powder. Let's talk about it a bit more to show you exactly, to tell you exactly what it's meant to do. So it says over here that the powder is insanely silky loose powder, sets and extends makeup wear, working all day to blur the look of pores, fine lines and imperfections for a hyper smooth filter that didn't come to play. So bring on the paparazzi. The shade that I got was Nutmeg. That's the shade that I got. Once again, I chose it from the internet. I was just basically trying to see what will match my skin and what will work well with my skin tone. I chose Nutmeg because it was a little bit brighter than my skin, a little bit lighter than my skin tone, and I like my under eyes to be brighter, as I said. This is what it looks like, the shade Nutmeg. So let's apply that and see. At first glance, it's very orange, or very orange. I think obviously with the lights and stuff, it makes it look more orange, but it's not as orange as it's showing on the camera. I'm basically putting it on everywhere I applied the concealer. That's what I'm gonna do. At first, it's very soft and silky when you're putting it on. Like, it glides onto your skin very smoothly, which is really good. It doesn't really say how long you're meant to leave it on. I think it's just your own preference. I don't really like the whole purpose of, I don't really like baking and stuff. I just like to put the powder on just to brighten up my under eyes. And so I'm not going to leave it on for that long. I'm probably going to leave it on for maybe like 30 seconds or so. I'm just going to use a brush to just take it off. It does come off really easily though. It doesn't really, as I said, I don't really like baking. It's not really, I don't know, it's not for me. I just like to put on the setting powder just to basically define my contour more when I do put it on, and brighten up my under eye and stuff. You do have to work. Actually, you don't have to work that fast because it comes off really easily, to be honest. This is a really nice powder. Like, you don't see the leftover stains that some powder have. Other than that, it's really nice. I'm literally just working my whole way through, making sure that there's no leftover like stains. You can't see the harsh lines of when you apply the powder and stuff. So I'm literally just working my way through it, trying to get as much off as possible. And it doesn't leave you ashy. You know, some setting powders, it can leave you ashy. I find that with the, is it the banana one? The Sasha banana or something like that. When I use it, I get so ashy. It's probably because of my dark skin. It doesn't really go well with it. That's just me personally. It might work on somebody else, but for me personally, no. With this one, I find that it doesn't do that for me, which is good. I think it does, this colour does, this shade, Nutmeg, does work really well. So once again, if you're someone that has a similar skin tone to me, I would say go for this one. It don't leave you ashy or anything like that. It's really good. So I am going to put on the rest of my makeup, my highlight, my contour, some lip gloss. Alright guys, I am back. I have done my highlight and my contour, and that was basically it. So my final thoughts for the powder and the concealer, I would say it is worth it. Like, it does what it says on the tin, basically. What it says, it does achieve it. Concealer, it says that it is full coverage, matte, and it has where your blemishes and everything. And I'm looking at the mirror now, and I'm also looking at the, obviously, the V-lens and stuff, and I can actually see that my blemishes have been covered. The only thing I can say, I have got quite very deep, they're not bags necessarily, but like deep lines. I don't know, but I can see from the camera that it doesn't really snatch, like, you know what I mean, like that on my eyes. I can see if I just take my comb like over here, it does that, but that could just be me. I do have really quite deep lines. That's just how I've always been. I have it. So the concealer, it don't really snatch that in. Other than that, it is super coverage. It hides my dark circles. I do have dark circles under my eyes, and I can see that it has hidden that away. So I would say definitely the concealer is worth the money. For £19 too. Yes, I did get the shade 445. So and I would say yes, it's a good match for my skin. First it was a bit red, but then when you put it on and you start blending and everything, it does really sink into the skin quite nicely. And as for the powder, I do actually really love it. When I first put it on my skin, it is very silky. It's easy to apply on your skin. You don't really feel like it's making your skin ashy or it's soaking up like all the, you know, the oils, and like, I don't know, it works for me personally. And I would say that for people who are similar to my skin tone or even darker, it will work quite well for them if you want to brighten up your under eye or whatever highlight. It will brighten that up for you. And once again, my shade was Nutmeg, and it does retail for £24. It is worth it. I would say for £24, and you do get quite a lot, it is worth it. It is a bit messy. The powder like gets everywhere, and that could be just to me. I might just be very lazy or like messy with how I apply my powder on. Rihanna has done so well, and I feel like maybe that's why she took long with bringing these out, because she's thinking about what we want and what we are looking for and what we need from the product. It's not every day we get a product that says what it's actually meant to do, and I do feel like these two products definitely do what it's meant to do. So I would say yes, invest in them. They are worth it. You do get what you are looking for. And yes, so once again, I will just come closer. You can see that it has clearly brightened up my under eye. I don't look ashy. You can still see my melanin and everything like that, so that's good. Yes, definitely go for it if you're thinking of buying it and you're not too sure, I would say yes. If you're a similar skin tone to me and you want to get either 445 in the concealer or Nutmeg, yes, do try out, and you know, what's there to lose but your money. I'm joking, but yeah, thank you guys for watching this review. I hope it was very helpful to you, and I hope you like the products as much as I do, and let me know what you think of it when you do buy it in the comments below. Thanks for watching again. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.